this one? Maybe that just did it. There was a thing on it. You seen that?
Okay.
They always got something new. Why would you record a video with no audio? Right though?
Right.
Esau, every time he gives you something as a convenience, it's stumbling.
Can I hear us now? Okay.
Oh yep. So we'll just say it again. Shalom, Yahal Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Kagodash Barakatam, and Tawada.
Thank you, Tawada.
Tawada for letting us know, because we didn't know. Call Lo Yahal Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Kagodash. As we say, double honors to our elders and apostles, a great millstone. Right. We also were saying Tawada Yahal Ba'Shem Yahushai for giving us this beautiful day. You got that hat?
Yes.
Let's put that on too, just for the audio as well. It's a beautiful day out. And you got the charger?
Yes.
Let me just throw that on real quick. I'll take this from you. Okay. Just bear with us. We don't have a film crew like IUIC. So, you know, this is, as the elders say, straight no chaser, raw like sushi.
Yep.
All right?
No editing, nothing.
Yeah, this is exactly. Because this is where truth is really going to be found.
I'll have that clip though.
It's all right. It's all good. Y'all with us. Y'all with us on the journey. All right. So let's jump into it. We're going to go to Isaiah 49?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 49 and verse 1. And it reads, listen, O isles, unto me, and hearken ye people from far.
Yep.
The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai hath called me.
So the people are going to have to understand that they have to listen to us now.
Mm-hmm.
All right? This is why you hear through the Rakak Wadash, starting with our elders, we have the authority. We don't have to sit here and have a long gated debate.
Right.
I have to let you go for 5 minutes. You've been going for over 500 years.
Right.
Christianity has been going on for centuries. How much more do you need to reiterate John 3:16 and think that that's going to compel us to stop opening up the scriptures? Yeah, the water.
Exactly, right. And it reads, the Lord hath called me from the womb.
And these people don't like the fact that we, as so-called minorities, which we are the majority, Hosea, the first chapter, tells us that these minority, as in these people, okay, these heathens, all right, the Gentiles we were scattered amongst, they don't like that now we don't need to be under their thumb anymore. Like in the curses it says, you'll go to him for the one of all things.
Yes.
So now we don't have to go to him for the breakdown.
Right.
We don't have to go to him to go to God or who he calls Jesus.
Right.
That's what they have a problem with. They have a problem that they can't lord over you no more. But you were treating me like shit. You put me in the back of the room. I was just a drummer. You know, I was just the only black guy. You got all these white pictures and images. And now I say, Pastor Mike, I'm good. You know, I'm going to go and read the Bible with my people because we're going into more than just John 3:16.
Right.
I've actually found out more that's pertaining to me that believes.
Right.
And they hate that. So they really show their hand with their reaction.
Yes. And it reads, from the bowels of my mother hath he made mention of my name.
Yeah, like Jeremiah 1.
Right.
Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And they have a problem that we're saying we believe through faith that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai knows us. They have a problem that we're giving you an identity, found out the scriptures.
Right.
Because it was okay for Gentiles to run wild as long as Esau was the head Gentile.
Right. In verse 2, and he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword.
Boom. So now we can speak. Now we have comebacks. Now we have wisdom. Now it's flowing through the streets. Now we're getting breakdowns. And then all they can reply back is the silly understanding of Daniel 7.
Right.
But you've never heard them tell you Daniel 7. You don't hear them warning you about the MOTB. They don't talk about where Russia is in the Bible. They don't tell you these things. They don't tell you about the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Why are they not telling you that? But then when you do, it's everybody, don't listen to these lies.
Right.
But wait a minute. When can we get somewhere with truth? What about truth?
Right. That's right.
You know?
And it says, In the shadow of his hand hath he hid me, and made me a polished shaft.
Yeah.
And his quiver hath he hid me.
Right. So the Lord is building us up before the eyes of the enemies. And now you're finding out that enemy that once was looked at on God mode is nothing but a mere man.
Right.
How has he become weak like us? Because he said in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, but he's not. So now they have a problem that we're out and we're saying, that's not talking about you. Do you know what this means? What does that word Gentile stand for here? Who are the Lacedaemonians?
Right.
All right?
Right.
We're finding out we are the Spartans. We're finding out we're the Corinthians. We're finding out we're the Colossians. You want to know what proves that? Why would men of Judah tell men in Colossians that they got to be circumcised if they ain't Israelites?
Right.
That's another question that you need to ask for these Christians that say that the Gentiles aren't Israelites. My question back is, then why was Apostle Paul telling the Colossians, let no man judge you according to the Sabbath? Because why would a Colossian need to keep the Sabbath?
Right.
Why would he need to keep it? That's a law according to the Israelites. What would these believers in a small city in Phrygia in Asia Minor need to be keeping the Sabbath for?
Right.
That's a cut, brothers.
Because they're Israelites.
Because they're Israelites. You need to use that and ride on that.
That's right. That's right. And it reads, verse 3, and said unto me, thou art my servant, O Israel.
Yep, we're the servant. Romans 9, that pertain to the promises, the covenants,
Yep,
the law, and the service
right.
of the Most High. So we have the service. Where are we at? We're in Isaiah 19 and 19 at the altar committing servitude. Okay?
That's right.
While the average Christian just gets fed off the belly of the beast of this standard government that's completely crooked and perverse,
right.
and they just stand there with a cross on and a Bible, and they're just getting all this money from you.
Right.
And they're demons. Of course Satan would make money off the scriptures. You know?
Right.
That's genius.
Right. He turned himself into an angel of light.
Yeah.
You know? And it reads, verse 4, then I said, I have labored in vain, I have spent my strength for naught, and in vain, yet surely my judgment is with the Lord,
Yep.
and my work with the Most High.
Yeah, so no matter what, we understand that who's going to get it, and who's not, it's not. Okay? That's why you deal with a lot of questions that don't need to be answered. Because Jake's over here into this, and now he's bewitched with that. You see? Keep going.
And it reads, moving on to verse 5, and now said the Lord that formed me from the womb.
That formed me from the womb. Sounds like an individual vessel that was predestinated with a purpose.
Right.
Well, I was sitting there, and I said, I choose Jesus.
Right.
It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Okay? Because this knowledge and information, it was dropped on us. We didn't choose it. We were chosen
Right.
to receive it.
Right.
That's the difference between the truth in the scriptures and Christianity. That's a self-glorification of thy own belly.
Right.
Fuck Kurt Franklin up there twerking for. Somebody should have stoned that nigga.
That's right.
Or the black zealous woman with the high heels flying.
That's right.
You seen black women throwing heels at IUIC? Throw it at that nigga. You know?
Real quick, this is the book of John, chapter 15 and verse 19. If ye were of the world, the world...
Start at 16.
Okay.
Please.
Yes, I got you. John 15 and verse... I'm sorry, 15. Verse 15. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you.
So being a friend is synonymous with being a prophet because the secrets are told to the prophets.
Right.
Take and consider the servants, the prophets,
Yes.
you know, that bear my name. You see that? So the prophets of the Lord synonymously are also friends with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Right.
Okay?
That's right.
So we now know what the Lord's going to do.
That's right.
We know the Lord is going to deliver his elect. We know that the Lord is going to judge Esau and Babylon the Great and 2/3 within that same process of judgment. We know what's going on. Christianity doesn't know the Lord. Okay? White Eurocentric Christianity doesn't know the Lord.
Right.
All right? They know their belly. They know supremacy.
They know Satan.
They know Satan. They know Christmas. They know how to keep themselves in the position of authority when it comes to a higher power. But they've gotten that higher power on the left-hand side.
Yep.
And we see that throughout. And we see the bewitching on these people. That's why folly set in great dignity. Everybody's playing. Everybody's bullshit. Nobody's acting like we're at the end of an age.
Right. Yeah.
Not even Christians.
Yeah.
You know?
And it reads on, verse 16. Ye have not chosen me,
Ooh.
but I have chosen you
Yup.
and ordained you.
So we've been ordained. But for you to be ordained, you got to go to some school.
Yep.
Denzel, he's got to get baptized. You seen it? They gave him a certificate.
Yeah, yeah.
So now,
To preach.
yeah, thank you. But now, so now he's holding this up. Nah, brother, I got to tell you the truth now.
Come on.
So all of a sudden, after all that years of warlocking and bending and over, you get put in some water filled with fluoride, and now you just mysteriously got it.
Right.
It don't work like that.
Hell no.
It don't work like that.
Yeah, man. Well, that's why he says, serve that creator, not that youth.
Yep.
Even though, the Lord can raise up, an older man in age.
Yeah.
But, you want to get this word now while it's hot. Not after you got done doing your wickedness and you.
For almost 70,
Yeah,
because
man.
he's like 70.
Yeah.
So Denzel, you had all the girlies in the early days.
Mhm.
And then you had all the fame and the stardom. So you received your consolation. So that's like the saying, you want your cake and eat it too?
Yeah.
Nah, man, we heard there's a cake coming, but we can't eat it until Lord Yahweh Shai eats.
Right.
He said, then you'll drink with me.
That's right.
We gotta wait.
Right.
Glorification starts with Yahweh, then Yahweh Shai.
Right. And it reads on, and ordains you that ye should go and bring forth fruits,
Yep,
and that your fruits should remain,
yep.
that whatsoever ye shall ask him of the Father Yahweh in my name, he may give it you.
And this is why we say, in the name of Yahweh Shai. We
Right.
say Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Because that's the order we've been given. When you go to 2nd Ezra 16, he says, pretty much, blessed are they that keep my commandments and precepts.
Yeah.
So you're reading the commandments, but then when you keep reading past commandments, now you find yourself finding precepts that lead you to a further understanding of what commandments you're keeping and how you're keeping them.
Right, yeah.
And Lord Yahweh Shai, he summed it up in just 2 commandments. Dang.
That's right.
Simplicity in Yahweh Shai is the best. Back in Isaiah.
Back in Isaiah chapter 49
Yep, because it's going to go into it.
and verse 5. And now said the Lord that formed me from the womb to be a servant.
Formed me from the womb to be a servant. This is why we carry ourselves in a manner of purpose, because we've been given a purpose. We weren't just born here to be loving fathers and husbands and
Right.
come on, come walk, come
Right,
on.
right.
And the enemy's over here fucking sharpening, reloading,
Right.
looking at your baby as a target, man. Looking at your wife's ass. It says that they will be ravished. We pray not to have that fall upon us, but that's a judgment coming.
Yeah.
And you got other camps pushing this whole family value Torah spirit. And what's going to happen when that family gets broken up? Even in the time of Jeremiah, he said, don't have wives or children,
Yeah.
because they'll die of grievous death. That word grievous goes into pestilence. And you see what's fluing through the air.
Yeah.
Now it's mutating.
With that BF.
See? Things are happening out here.
Yeah.
If you're a real one, you know exactly what we're talking about, man.
Right.
You a real woman, you would know what's up. Even my girl in Goodfellas, Ray Liotta's wife, she said after a while, even though they was criminals, but even she could see that on a small scale. She said after a while, she was appreciative to have a husband like that will go out and risk his neck.
See?
Are we not putting our lives on the line?
Yeah.
This is the most beautiful thing that a man could be doing.
Yeah. This is the epitome of serving, of creation.
Yeah,
Serving Yahweh Shema Shai.
exactly. Not licking the pinky to the elbow and being the suave, yo, sip this wine with the pinky out.
Right.
This is real over here.
Right.
And this is what reality is going to show people in the days to come, because that pretty Ricky spirit ain't going to deliver you, man.
Right.
Just that family, you know, got to be good, mother-in-law, hey, trying to please everybody.
Yeah.
That's the problem here. That's a spell, man. I knew that shit in the world. Be a devoted father and a husband, and what'd it get you? Nothing.
Nowhere.
Child support, a criminal record. Then you got policemen coming, peeping on you, the mother of your child, while carting your ass away. Fuck out of here, man.
That's hell, man.
Shalak Mashapai and my deacon Akaya.
Yes.
You ain't no priest, nigga. Let's keep going,
Yes.
please.
And it reads, to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him.
Right. So we're being, but just because we're being used, that don't mean now we're on a high level as far as in, give me chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
We're all humble in mind. We're over here saying two's better than one. Nobody's trying to take the show. You got certain guys that let the likes and views go to their head. I seen, I don't mean to get on him because he's been quiet as of late. Maybe he's turned a leaf. But I've seen videos like when Alazar visited the apostles, he like started walking out the subway like, nigga, you ain't The Rock.
Yeah, man, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's some wrestling entrance. You're supposed to have humility of the mind. Oh, great lesson. Hey, Tawadi Al-Bashim al-Shai, Bashim Rakakwadash. Keep going.
And it reads, to bring Jacob again to him.
Look, exactly. Ashba 144, 1 Corinthians 9:16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of for necessity. Can you look up necessity in 1 Corinthians 9:16, Kratazaba? 1 Corinthians 9:16. Let's just see what the word necessity means. It says, for necessity is laid unto me. Woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. Right. Like when you say, man, I'm going to get fired if I don't get my ass up and go to work.
Yeah.
You know? So that's what this whole thing is about. Doing what the Lord required while not abusing the authority.
Right.
Because in that same chapter, 1 Corinthians 9, it speaks about how he's not abusing his authority. But then we find out, why are Christian pastors abusing their authority? Sex scandals all through the Christian and Catholic Church. What's going on? Why are people with the Bible misabusing the people that believe in it?
Right.
That's a problem. You got it, brother? What's it mean?
It means necessity imposed either by the circumstance or by law of duty.
Law of duty.
Yep.
So we've been called to duty. And then now with being called, we see the severity of the enemy, hence why we take it now so seriously. What? The world of America's gonna end? World War III's coming? They're gonna drop the dollar? They're gonna force us to do what?
Yeah.
They could use my woman against me?
Yeah.
So now that makes you pray more, call on the Lord more, because you see that thou art just a worm, you know?
And it goes on, it says, Isaiah 49 and verse 5, though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord.
See, Israel's not gathered right now, but a remnant is. That's why the house of David's so beautiful, and people don't understand that with the gospel of Isaiah 61, and then Apostle Paul being chosen to spread the gospel, what that was doing was sealing up the breaches, like now, for the house of David to be built back. Those Gentiles are Israelites, a part of the house of David, like us. We're the Gentiles being brought back to where? The house of David, not the house of Saul, because the house of Saul chew your ass up and out, wood fringes and all. They'll lord over you.
Right. And it reads, and my power.
They say, IUIC says, if you're not wearing fringes, then you're not serving the Lord.
That's horrible. That's horrible. And it reads, and my power shall be my strength. And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant.
Exactly. This is a light thing, but other men have taken it to the head. They get drunk off power, authority, and pride. Nah, that's why the Lord keeps us humble with illness. My leg hurting right now, you know? But we still out here with it, just like y'all hurt and y'all in pain. But that keeps us humble.
Yeah.
Instead of presenting to you a fictitious image of paradise once you throw fringes on and come to our camp.
Right. Right.
We got beach chairs waiting for you. You know? You know? Fuck. Probably about grab those 3 beach chairs. We've been waiting. The purple and the gold. You know? And you're just simple if you fall victim to that. And a lot of our people are simple, man. And that's not a diss. I'm thankful that we're not just simple like that. That's Deuteronomy 29:4.
Yeah.
Jake's so simple, they're going to take the mark.
Oh, yeah.
Jake's so simple, he calls on Jesus and Christ. They really feed off that shit.
Yep. And it reads that that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved of Israel.
Yep.
I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles.
Perfect. Now, brother GMS Fruitful Works just posted a precept in Colossians, the 3rd chapter. Now, what I want to do is I want to bridge the gap so that we understand fully that the Greeks, Colossians, Corinthians, all right, Athenians, Ephesians, those are Israelites, okay? So now what we could do is go to Colossians 2 and start at like 11.
All right.
What I want to ask, because now we're going to switch it from the house of Saul to the house of Esau. My question to a Christian, and I want you brothers to chime in as well. If let's just start with the Colossians,
okay,
and then we can even jump to the Corinthians.
Okay.
My question is, if we're telling you that these Gentiles, like the Colossians, are specifically Israelites, and they say they're not, my question is, then why is Apostle Paul telling the Colossians not to worry about how they keep the Sabbath? Because don't Christians say the law is done away with?
Yeah.
And then the law was also given to the Israelites?
Yeah.
So then why would the Colossians be questioning about a law that wasn't given to them? And then Apostle Paul's telling them, don't worry how you keep it, because then why would those Pharisees even keep company with these Colossians if they weren't Israelites? Because remember when Apostle Peter went into Cornelius' house? Can you get Acts 9 and 12? We're gonna break something wide open right here. Another angle. And I'm always praying for angles to keep proving that the Gentiles are Israelites. And look how we go into the context of the scriptures. We're finding out. So watch, Acts 9, did we say? Acts 10 and 28. Excuse me. Let's break this down real slow. Acts 10 and 28 first. Watch. This is an angle you can use when they're trying to just tell you this is for anybody.
Right.
You got it?
This is the book of Acts, chapter 10, verse 28. And he said unto them...
So this is Apostle Peter saying unto them,
ye know that it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto one of another nation.
Boom! So now we're finding out, because back in those times, Pharisees, they would create rules around the law to basically prevent any, like a bumper. If I want to strike on bowling, I'm going to put a bumper up so that no matter what, I can still get to that strike. So what they were doing was they said, how can we keep the law without breaking it? Well, let's put rules around the law so it prevents you from even breaking it. Like, don't also carry your bed, but it's the Sabbath. So they will give you other things to prevent you, but like more fringes. You know what I mean? So now we're not even going to finish that, because in context, that's Apostle Peter who entered the house of Cornelius, who is of another nation, but he's just of the Italian band, meaning he's an Israelite, but he's not identified as an Israelite, right? So now we found out that the Israelites or the Pharisees were teaching, if you ain't an Israelite, I can't have company with you, right?
Yeah.
Now go to Acts 15 and 1. And you still got Colossians.
Mm-hmm. And
then from Colossians, what book could we use? Probably the 1 Corinthians 10. Watch, now read this.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 15, verse 1.
Now keep in mind, back then, those Pharisees made rules. If you were another nation, we wouldn't have no dealing with you, right? So keep that context in mind. Keep going.
And certain men which came down from Judea
Yep.
taught the brethren
Yep.
and said, except ye be circumcised after the manner of Moses, ye cannot be saved.
Galatians 3. So now we're finding out that one, the Pharisees wouldn't go around no one unless that they were Israelites. Then two, we find out that these law zealous abiding Israelites were also going up to brethren telling them you got to be circumcised. So those men that aren't circumcised, that means they didn't grow up under Israelite customs. But if they had laws where they wouldn't speak to a non-Israelite, why are they speaking to them?
Right.
Because those are Israelites.
Right.
Now Galatians 3. So now let's find out further why Apostle Paul made these statements, because with this understanding, why would the Pharisees be speaking to these Gentiles?
Right.
Because they knew they were Israelites.
Yeah.
That's why they told Yahushua, would he go to the dispersed among the Gentiles?
Right.
They knew that they were Israelites. So that's a cut. That's a cut to a Christian.
Yeah.
Why the hell would a Pharisee go to another nation to tell him to be circumcised?
Because they're Israelites. Galatians 3:1.
Yup.
O foolish Galatians,
Yup. Now this is Galatia. Okay?
who hath bewitched you,
Yup.
that ye should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Yahushua Mashiach have been evidently set forth, crucified among you?
Uh-huh.
This only what I learned of you, received ye the Spirit by the works of the law, or by the hearing of faith?
Why would the Galatians even be hearing the law? Why would they hear if these are just Gentiles? Meaning that, like how Christians paint the picture. I want us to look at it through the eyes of Christianity. How they teach you that these Galatians are just meaning anybody, non-Jew. So then why would non-Israelites being tempted by the Pharisees to keep this law or to keep that law? That's a cut right there. That's what you call context, Christians.
Yeah.
That's context for your ass. Now, so that's one point. Now let's go to Colossians 2 again, because you could read. Why would he tell the Galatians no man's justified by the law?
Right.
Who was telling the Galatians they were justified by the law? Those wicked Pharisees. But why would a Pharisee tell a non-Jew to keep the law if they wasn't Israelites? That's a fucking cut.
Because they are.
Excuse my language. That's a cut. Now read this.
Colossians 2 and verse 11. And
Right
who-
or right though. That'd be like, okay, why would they be telling this so-called white man, tell him he's got to put fringes on? Why would he tell him that?
Right.
Why would he tell him that? Because remember, the Israelites are real bougie. And you got to think, it was so real, certain Jakes wouldn't even go to Jerusalem
Yeah.
because they knew what would happen to them. So why are men from Judea telling other men that aren't circumcised that they need to be circumcised if they weren't Israelites? That is a cut, man. And we're going to ride off that one.
Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah.
Colossians 2 and verse 11. In whom also ye are circumcised with the circumcision made without hands.
Why is Apostle Paul telling men in the region of Colossus about a circumcision? Why?
Because they're Israelites. Exactly.
Keep going.
Israelites scattered, everywhere. And it says, and putting off the body of the sins of the flesh by the circumcision of Yahushua Mashiach, buried with him in baptism.
You got to be buried with Yahushua, meaning immersed in his death and resurrection. If not, you're going to assume the role as living by the laws to be delivered.
Right.
And you're going to find out that's mistaken.
Yeah. Wherein also ye are risen with him through the faith of the operation of the Most High.
So these Israelites that were zealous in the law, they were attempting to hinder the gift of faith to the believers of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, even though they came from the lands of the Gentiles. So they were, once they got woken up, they started like hindering them. That's why Apostle Paul said they get silly women laden with iniquity, because she just woke up, thick-ass Gentile woman. She's all messed up because she had this husband, she had that one. Then she's not fully immersed in Yahushai, so here he comes creeping from behind, right?
Taking advantage.
Taking advantage of her with the law.
Yeah, man.
Now he got your ass and your hut. Now he's in there, you got fringes on the lampshade. can't play the PS2 because it's Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, relax. But right, don't it make sense? It makes a lot of sense. That's context.
Yeah.
That's context.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And it reads, who has raised him from the dead, and you being dead in your sins.
How could the Colossians sin?
Right.
How could the Colossians sin if they're just Gentiles? What would they be sinning from if they never were given the law?
Right.
And then why would the Pharisees be telling them they need to be circumcised? What's up, brother? Why would the Pharisees be telling them they need to be circumcised if they were never given the law of circumcision?
Right.
What's going on here?
That's a cut.
That is a cut.
They're Israelite foreigners.
So, Tawadi al-Bashim al-Shai Bashimar Kakwadash for giving us another angle, another slip jab on their ass,
Right.
man. You know?
For real. And it reads,
It's like that fifth round body blow,
yeah,
you know?
that liver shot.
Yeah.
It says, and you, being dead in your sins, and the uncircumcision of your flesh, hath he quickened together with him,
Watch, it's about to get good. Keep going.
having forgiven you all trespasses.
What trespasses do they need to be forgiven of?
Right.
Why would those men of Judea tell them they need to be circumcised?
Right.
You still got Acts 15? Read that one more again. This is why those letters of Apostle Paul conveying to these believers situations surrounding the law, because you had a law-abiding, zealous Israelites that were trying to knock them off of their access of faith.
Yeah.
But why would they be knocking them off their access of faith if they weren't even Israelites to begin with?
Right.
That's a double cut. That cuts IUIC and Christianity. What it say? Kill two birds with one stone? What's that stone? A stone formed without hands. That's Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai said I'd come and fight with you with my mouth. So, Brakata Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashimar Kakwadat for giving us that information, that pleasing news. You got it, brother?
This is the book of Acts, chapter 15, verse 1. And certain men which came down from Judea taught...
And mind you, guess where this is taking place at? In Antioch, which is hundreds of miles north of Jerusalem. So why would men from Judea travel all these miles north to tell these men they need to be circumcised to be delivered? See? In context, it don't make sense. That's how you know who they were talking to were Israelites on both aspects of the coin. Keep going.
Taught the brethren and said, except ye be circumcised after the manner of Moses, ye cannot be saved.
Why, in that time period, when we know it's illegal for them to keep company with another nation, why would they keep company with them to tell them to be circumcised if they weren't of the same nation? There it is. There it is right there. Keep going.
Back in Colossians chapter 2 and verse 13.
That, to me, that's what you call edification. That's edifying. Because they've been riding so hard on these letters. But now the Lord is inspiring us to read Acts in its entirety.
Right.
Go into the letters and context. And we're like, wait a minute. How can you take this verse when we know exactly where it's stemming from and who they're talking to? Every letter, there's a synagogue in that region.
Yeah. Yep. Colossians 2 and verse 13. And you being dead in your sins.
I'm telling you, I speak as a man, but when we get to the kingdom, we're all going to find out that it was common knowledge that Jake knew that their people were scattered amongst the other nations.
Right.
We're going to find out.
Yeah. Just like today.
Just like today.
And it reads.
That's why IUIC goes to these hoods now.
Yeah.
Because what they're doing is getting the less educated portions of our people, and they're hurrying up and throwing the law on them before the Lord can bring faith.
Yeah.
But if they're in the Lord's hand, there's nothing they could do ultimately. But you can see the tactic that they're pulling. That's why when Jake come by, still being Gentiles, wearing fringes, bugged out, we got to put them on. Like, hold on. The name is this. Yeah, the law is that. But salvation comes through this. Have you ever heard of predestination?
Right. And it goes on, it says, being dead in your sins and the uncircumcision of your flesh.
You can't sin unless you know the law.
Right.
Can you read that from the top again? I'm going to tell you what Apostle Paul said.
This is Colossians chapter 2 and verse 13. And you being dead in your sins and the uncircumcision of your flesh, hath he quickened together with him, having forgiven you all trespasses.
Check this out. Romans 7:7 in the KJ21. What shall we say then? Is the law sin? Yahweh forbid. The law isn't sin.
Right.
Nay, I would not have known sin but through the law. So how is Apostle Paul telling these Colossians about sin, but the only way they know sin is by the law? Who was around pushing the law over the Lord on them? The wicked Pharisees. See? So that you get greater context of even the letters now.
Right.
And it says, for I would not have known lust, except that the law had said, thou shalt not covet.
Right.
See? So Apostle Paul is helping brothers in their mindset when it comes to living by the law while surrounding it by faith.
Right.
We're living by the law, but the law surrounded by faith.
Right.
Like the sheepfold, you know?
Right.
The tabernacle. Keep going.
Colossians 2 and verse 14. Blotting out the handwriting of ordinances that was against us,
Yep.
which was contrary to us, and took it out of the way, nailing it to his cross.
Yeah, the written ordinance was contrary to us because within that written ordinance came death, and death is contrary to this body.
Yeah.
That's why we had to be buried with Yahweh Shai to be risen again. That's why Yahweh Shai is referred to as the first raised from the dead.
Right.
And now through him, we're being raised from the dead. Our dead state, not having the Holy Spirit, not having the wisdom, and then ultimately pulled out of this deathly, fleshly body. Keep going.
And it reads, verse 15, and having spoiled principalities and powers,
Yep.
he made a shew of them openly, triumphing over them in it.
Watch.
Let no man therefore judge you in the meat.
Again. What they say? Again.
Yeah.
Again. Why is Apostle Paul conveying to these men in Colossae, a small city in the region of Phrygia, which, can you go Acts 2 and 10? Real quick, please. Acts 2 and 5, and then jump down to 10. So mind you, Colossae, as same as Lacedonia or Laodicea, these two regions are in the city of Phrygia, which Phrygia is in the region of Galatia, which is called Turkey today, or you would sum it up as Asia Minor.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
And guess what it says? The Jews in Asia.
Yeah. It literally says that.
He said, why'd you say niggas was in Paris? Because niggas was in Paris. You got it, brother? Acts 2 and 5 first, please.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 5. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven.
Boom! That context proves that it was a common knowledge that we weren't just in Jerusalem.
Right.
It's common. So then with that, they also knew that there were Israelites out there that weren't living by the customs that we were given. That's why Apostle Paul was chosen to go get them, to bring them back. Keep going.
Now when it was noised abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded, because that every man heard them speak in his own language.
Right, so it said Jews, devout men out of every nation, right? Now they came together because it was Pentecost. Pentecost meaning 50 days after the Passover. The Lord Yahweh Shai said in Acts 1, wait in Jerusalem until you receive the gift of the Holy Spirit. Now, jump down to verse 10 and let's see where some of these regions, you can start at 9, where some of these regions, these Jews are of devout men out of every nation came from specifically.
Parthians.
Yep, Parthians.
Parthians and Medes.
Medes, that's Elam.
And Elamites.
Yep.
And the dwellers.
Well, the original Medes were Japhet, excuse me.
Oh,
Japhet,
yeah,
then
yeah,
Elamites,
yeah.
excuse me.
Yep.
Keep going.
And the dwellers in Mesopotamia.
Yep, modern day, I think Iraq.
And in Judea.
Literally, Jerusalem.
And Cappadocia.
Cappadocia is east of Galatia. All right, keep going.
and Pontus
Yep.
and Asia,
And Asia,
Yep.
the continent. But keep going.
Phrygia,
Boom! Phrygia. So we see Phrygia is mentioned. And then Colossians is in the city of Phrygia. Let's Google it. Let's Google, is Colossians in the city of Phrygia? Watch this. I got my Bible map. Is Colosh a city of Phrygia? They put college. Let me.
Colossus.
Yeah,
Colossus.
it's Colosh,
Colossus.
I believe.
I'll keep reading. Back in Colossians 2 and verse 14, it says, blotting out,
far is
15.
Colossians
It says, and having spoiled principalities and powers, he made a shoe of them openly, triumphing over them in it.
How you spell Phrygia? Phrygia?
It's PH.
Thank you.
RIGA, I believe.
Okay.
R-Y-G-I.
Okay. Why?
Right here. It says Colosh and Laodicea, because if you read Colossians 2 and 1, they mention Laodicea. It says it's 120 miles. So Colossians is 120 miles from Phrygia. So you mean to tell me the Jews, devout men from Phrygia that traveled to Jerusalem, there wasn't other Jews in that region that maybe couldn't afford to travel to Jerusalem? So maybe that's why the Lord used Apostle Paul to go to those regions to bring them back spiritually. It makes all the sense in the world. See?
Go.
Keep going. So you got to know maps, like our elders are saying. You know? You got to actually know regions.
Yeah.
You got to actually know the geography of it instead of just saying, yeah, well, I'm circumcised with Jesus. Like, you don't even know the context of that letter.
Right.
Shut up.
Right. Back in Colossians 2 and verse 16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat.
See? Why is he, keep going.
Or in drink.
Yep.
Or in respect of an holy day. Or of the new moon. Or of the Sabbath days.
Wait a minute. The Sabbath and the new moon, those were laws only given to Israelites. So why again, we know we made the point, but why again would Apostle Paul be telling these Gentiles, don't worry about how they judge you? Because my question again, who's judging them?
Right.
Who's troubling them to judge them according to their new moon or Sabbath?
Yeah, those wicked Pharisees.
And why would the wicked Pharisees be going to them if they're just Gentiles?
Because they're more than that.
Because they're Israelites.
Right. Real quick.
Thank you, man.
Right. Got a quick precept?
Yeah. And then we could change it from there. We could prove that the Spartans were Jakes too, if you want.
Hell yeah.
Because it says Jew nor Greek.
Yep.
You know how far Spartan is? You know how far Spartan is from Corinth? If you went today from Sparta to Corinth, it would take you exactly 144 minutes.
That's fire. Quick one. Now this is when Yahushua was in the scene.
Thank you.
Just in, the area of, Judea and Jerusalem,
Yeah.
right? In Galilee.
That's another thing. When who they called Jesus was on the scene, why didn't he go nowhere else?
Right.
Why did he only stay in Israel?
Right.
He came for all the world. Why didn't he go to all the world?
Right.
Why didn't he go to all the world?
Right. John 7 and verse 35. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go that he shall not find him?
You in the blue letter?
I'm in the different one.
I'm gonna get it then.
Yeah.
Okay, John 7 and 35?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Then said the Jews among themselves,
The Jews said this amongst themselves.
Right.
See how you can find like gems, like you can find how they think. You can find out the context of that time period by statements they're making.
Those key words.
Yeah.
Those key words stand out.
Yeah.
The Jews amongst themselves. He died for his people. He shall save his people. It says, whither will he go that we should not find him? Will he go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles?
Who are the dispersed among the Gentiles?
Man.
Now, when you click that word dispersed, it means of Israelites dispersed among foreign nations.
Right.
Or Christians.
Right.
Dispersed among foreign nations.
Right.
Wait a minute. How did the Christians even get scattered among the nations? How would you differentiate a Christian amongst a foreign nation?
Right.
Their spirit.
Right.
The Israelites have a different spirit compared to any other human vessel on earth.
Yeah.
My man Michael Beasley says sometimes God just made you better.
Yeah.
He told Moses to tell Pharaoh, this is my firstborn. That's why he took out their firstborn.
Right. That's right. And it reads, will he go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? And it says, what manner of saying is this, that he said, ye shall seek me and shall not find me?
And that's why you had the year 2000.
Right.
Because they were seeking, but it wasn't time.
Right.
So they try to, here it is, you got Christians at a point like and they got this whole slew of shit that they just been lying and gaslighting, being hypocrites. You know what I mean? Prophecy, Obama's the Antichrist.
Yeah, I remember that.
Look at his hair.
Yeah.
And see,
Yep.
Remember when YouTube was real bugged out?
I remember that season.
Why is nobody getting on Christians?
Yeah.
They've been talking bullshit for eons. Calvinism. Was it John Calvin?
Marxism.
No, that's different. But Calvinism, there's a couple shit.
Joseph Smith.
Joseph
the
Smith.
Book of Mormon. All that bullshit.
Nobody's talking about them. So it's showing you that their energy towards us is being directed on a different reason.
Yeah.
It's not for truth's sake. Because if it was, you would also have a smorgasbord of others that you claim is false too, that you'd be rebuking. Huh? Right, it's personal. It's that hatred. And then you always get some weird, soft-back, bald-headed nigga to bark on the camera too. You know?
See, look, that's a Gentile.
That's a Gentile.
It's a Gentile.
He's riding down the streets of Gotham, going to get a pork belly beef patty.
Oh, damn.
My bad. What you got, bro?
We're going to Colossians.
No, that was that.
Okay, because I want to get this real quick in James.
Yeah, let's get it. Get whatever you got.
Because, Christians finna realize that, we've been scattered amongst these nations.
They scattered us.
Right, they scattered us.
And then when you show the precept identifying them and us, it don't mean that. Hey, we can also get John 8:44. He's the father of lies.
Yes.
But grab what you getting. We could also read the comment board too. And I don't know if we said it, but Shalom, Yahweh, Shemel, Shai, Shem, Kaganas, Barakatham.
Shalom.
To the Gentiles. GMS Gentiles, baby.
Yeah. Oh.
And this is the Lord inspiring us to do this.
Matter of fact, let's get this.
Yeah, because Rev 7's getting ready to come to pass.
Yes.
So brothers, get ready. You're going to have some Moabite wives, but they Jake.
I got two precepts. So the first one, this is James 1 and verse 1. James, a servant of the Most High.
Which they say, if you were to put these books chronologically, they say James' book would be the first before like Corinthians and things of that nature. So the very first book, technically, of the New Testament, because I think James is even before Matthew. If you go, well, I'll look it up.
Oh yeah, maybe you showed me that.
So if you look it up, the New Testament, if you did it chronologically, I believe the first book would be the book of James, and the very first book of the New Testament, the first chapter says, to the Israel scattered abroad, Shalom.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's the grand opening. You
Yeah.
know? James 1 and 1.
But I'm gonna double check myself. You got it.
James, a servant of the Most High, and of the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. You see, greetings are scattered abroad. Because, us as a people, we were scattered, amongst all nations. So, Jake don't look like, every Jake is not going to look like the typical so-called black, Israelite. You're going to have Jake looking like Bruce Lee, Hulk Hogan, so on and so forth, right? And it says, which are scattered abroad, greeting. You see, and when you read the letters, those Gentiles that are, in Ephesus, in the land of Colossians, Corinth, so on and so forth, those are Israelites, all right?
Well, guess what, though? When you go back to James having the council in Jerusalem when Apostle Paul had to come back, Acts 19 and 15, he's commanding those Gentiles to refrain from meats offered to idols. So they had a common consensus where they knew that these were Israelites, so they had to figure out what was enough meat for them to receive pertaining to the law. And they started off with a dietary law. So even James What's Acts 19 saying? 15?
Got you. This is the book of Acts.
And I'm sorry, did you make your point, brother?
Oh yeah, that was it.
All right, Salakia.
Just to, you know.
Yeah. Let's get Acts 19. What's that say?
Acts 19 and verse 15.
Yup.
It says, and the evil spirit answered and said.
Okay, no. 15.
Acts 15.
Yup. 15 and start at 13. And guess Acts 15, which they were bothering the brothers.
Yep.
Look at all this edification coming out. We got the books open today.
Oh yeah. And this,
you know?
Sorry.
No.
This is heavy chapter 2 about the Gentiles receiving the word too.
Yeah.
I'll say one of the chapters in the scriptures. So this is Acts 15 and verse 19.
Mind you, this is a council that Apostle Paul had to go back to Jerusalem to receive edification on, because there was a stir pertaining to Apostle Paul's teachings with the Gentiles.
Right.
You know?
And the ledger for this chapter, it says, the letters to the Gentile believers.
They're dispersed among the Gentiles.
Right. Acts 15 and verse 19, and it reads, wherefore my sentence is that we trouble not them which from among the Gentiles are turned to the Most High. Right, among the Gentiles, right? Because you have jigs among the heathen, right?
Yeah, trouble them by what? By putting that law over them.
Right. But that we write unto them that they abstain from pollutions of idols.
Look, see? So right here, if I'm not mistaken,
okay.
All right, now this book I got from Amazon, shout out to Bezos, all right? It's a good book. It's got a lot of good map history, because when you're reading it, you want to picture yourself there.
Yeah.
So when you go into it, they claim that the first epistle was James in 49 AD. So if you were to put all the epistles together, Galatians, Thessalonians, Corinthians, Romans, Ephesians, Philippians, and so on, the very first book you would have to read chronologically would be the book of James.
Makes sense.
So with Matthew, John, Mark, Luke, but then when you go into the letters or epistles, the very first one would be James, and the very first thing he says, to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. So that shows you that they knew that we were scattered abroad. So that whole Gentiles, anybody, is a lie.
Oh yeah.
That's a lie, man.
Right.
That's a straight up bull-faced lie.
Which Gentile? Which one then?
Right.
The heathen Gentile or the
Right.
Israelite Gentile?
And what nation?
Right. That's why they always say, you know, the Jews and the Greeks. It's a broad brush.
Because you had to understand certain Israelites, like me, I got tattoos. He got tattoos. That's what they said to me. So I wouldn't necessarily be looked at as acceptable going into Jerusalem. Like even today, I'll admit, I'm not tripping, but I look like, damn, you know, I got these fucking tattoos, but I was a Greek, baby. You know what I mean? I was into that shit, you know?
Yeah.
So you gotta think, how was brothers feeling back then? And then how were they being treated if they went to Jerusalem? And then they damn near attempted to murder Apostle Paul again because he brought Gentiles to the temple.
Right.
So Apostle Paul brought us with him to the temple, and now we all gotta fight.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
They wrapping fringes around their fists. Come on, bro.
That's why what's that about the idolatry?
Yeah.
Or was that Romans?
Yeah, 11.
Romans 11. That's why Apostle Paul talked about that. He said even though it's broken from this tree, it's still of the same root.
Right.
They still Jake.
Right.
Just because he may look like a Chinese man, but you see that he got salt. You know, he can hang with you. That's the Israelite.
Yep.
You know, so it don't matter how they look. It don't matter how they present themselves.
Gentile Israelites treat me better than law-abiding Israelites.
Oh yeah, and we experienced that.
Yep.
Multiple times.
Yep.
Back in Acts 15 and verse 20, but that we write unto them that they abstain from pollutions of idols and from
James,
Right.
an elder is saying this.
Right.
Why would he tell them to abstain from pollution of idols? What is that? Ephesians 2 and 12?
That's spirit. Yeah.
Please,
Yeah.
Why is he telling
Yeah.
the Ephesians?
Yes, you gotta get that. You gotta get that.
2 and 12, right?
Yeah. About the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
The alien. Yeah. 2 and 12. That's right.
So read that again.
Acts 15 and 20, that they abstain from pollutions of idols.
Why? The laws, the Christians say, see how we're using their logic?
Yeah.
So why would they need to abstain from idols? So does that mean a Christian can watch American Idol? Right?
Right.
Hey, there's a lot of questions that a lot of you people that are holding this cannot answer, and you're not prepared for the judgment that follows for bringing misinformation to the answer that was being asked.
Right. That's right. And it says, and from fornication, and from things strangled, and from blood. And for Moses of old time hath in every city in every city them that preach him, being read in the synagogues every Sabbath day.
So why is James mentioning this surrounding Gentiles if they're not Israelites?
Right. Why did he mention Moses about to Jake?
Right.
Come on.
Yup, no problem, my brother. And then was it Ephesians 2 and 12? Can you read that, please?
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 2, verse 12.
Yeah. Start at not 8. We're getting the meat off the bone, baby.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We getting the meat off the bone with this one.
Right.
Hey, this low key is like a boneless meal.
Ooh, yeah.
We're giving you just nothing but meat. Here, eat it. Eat it.
Ooh.
Eat it, man. Start in verse 8. And my question I'm going to be asking is, why is Apostle Paul exhorting men in Ephesus pertaining to a commonwealth in being Gentiles?
Right.
Because they're Israelites. So now we found out in the spirit that they knew Israelites were scattered abroad. Paul knew Israelites were scattered abroad. The Pharisees knew Israelites were scattered abroad. So it was like a race.
Right.
That's why Yahushua said, you cross land and sea. Let me get that, man. What you doing in Smyrna for? This is Matthew's 23.
Right.
This is Matthew's 23. Does a brother know where that's at?
I got you. Can you quote it again? I'll look it up.
Right here. Matthew's 23 and 15. This is red letter. So even Yahushua knew this. Matthew's 23 and 13. What did we say?
13.
15.
15.
Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye compass sea and land to make one proselyte. So what sea or what land were they crossing to get someone? They were going after Gentile Israelites.
Right.
That's why in Acts 15, they came all the way from Judea up all this way to Antioch to tell someone they need to be circumcised.
Right.
So Yahushua, so we are getting the context, brothers.
Yeah.
This whole concept of Gentiles was even known back then.
Yeah.
You just gotta read it, between the lines.
That's right.
So why did he tell them they crossed land and sea? And then when you look on the maps, like right here, let me show you, because you gotta look at the regions, okay? I'll show you. When you look, now imagine coming all the way from Judea, and then you go to Cyprus, or you land in Athens, you see? So they were traveling too. Those wicked Pharisees, like, it's not IUIC traveling right now.
They travel everywhere.
They're traveling right now, but guess what? They were traveling back then.
Right.
So it was like a race.
Yeah, right.
It was out of strife. Right, I remember I told this brother he was an Israelite, and not too long later, an IUIC member tried to get him. Remember?
Yeah.
And you of the elect, come on. Hey, sister, you know you might be Sarah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Man, when I heard that shit,
Right?
I said, because the encounter, it didn't seem right. So I said, I'm going to hold off on that dude.
Let's read this again, man. Matthew's 23 and 15. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye compass sea and land to make one proselyte. That's why they would raise up lewd fellows of the baser sort. And it says, and when he is made, throw the fringes on, black boots, black pants,
Jeez.
King Christ. You know, right?
Yeah.
It says,
Booster pack.
it says, and a wife too.
Yeah.
Now that's what the Illuminati do.
Yeah.
Ask Ludacris and his wife.
They give you a light-skinned wife.
They give you a light-skinned, box-faced woman.
Yep.
Leadership said, now there is preordained, but they're doing it in a malicious way.
Yeah.
How I'm gonna keep him here? Well, bring some pussy around, excuse my language.
Yeah.
But that's how you keep his ass here. Yeah, man, they just took care of me. That was holding the mic. Yeah, you know, shalom. They took care of me, man. The elders, man, you know. And IUIC's the best. Yeah, because you got a home, you got money, you got pussy coming in.
Yep.
You got clean purple iron shirts.
Yep.
They package it up nice for you, but it's a trap.
Right.
It says, and when he is made,
Yeah.
right? You go to shake his hand, shake my hand. No, shake my hand. You know what I'm saying? Then they got the get out handshake.
The get out, right.
Don't come around. It says, and when he is made, ye make him twofold more the child of hell than yourself.
Damn.
So you'll have new IUIC members that literally have mean mugged us.
They worse.
I'm like, bro, we didn't see you 5 years ago.
Yeah, bro.
Them fringes new on you, baby boy.
Yeah.
Chill out, Jody Joe. You know?
Man.
Then he like this. I'm like, what the fuck we do?
Yeah.
We've even had ex-ISPK members looking at us like that.
Grill us.
I'm like, hey, listen, officer of 50, relax. Like, yo, you don't even know us, man. And they're not even teaching anymore. You see? So the scriptures are real. And we see it happening in real time. What were we reading? Ephesians?
Yeah, the brother had Ephesians. Ephesians 2 and start verse 8 and go to 12.
Yeah, all the way down.
Yeah.
Context.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 8. Ephesians 2, chapter 2, verse 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that you're of yourselves, it is the gift of the Most High.
And why is he telling them this? In context, because you had men troubled. That's why he had to tell the brothers in Colosse and the region of Laodicea that there's a mystery of Yahweh that's been revealed. Because you could be like, why'd the Lord do all this? Why did he give us the law, then judge us by the law, and then ultimately deliver us, but not through the law? Because it's his will.
Right.
Damn it. Well, that's why he said in Romans, no human being is supposed to question the creator.
Right, yeah.
Who are you to question?
Right.
It's a problem. People be questioning the wrong shit.
You're nobody. You're nothing.
You know, you got someone trying to be deep around you. Break Ephraim down. Yeah, well, you know, brother, the seventh heaven. Break Ephraim down. Be quiet. Right? Keep going.
Not of works.
See? Because they had someone telling them it's of works. But we do show our faith by thy works. This is why context is so important, because he's conveying this message in particularly to these brothers in Ephesus that had this situation or problem they were dealing with. So certain times you're going to get a certain answer depending on the recipient of that letter, of that problem they were having. Maybe the Corinthians had a problem with long hair. Maybe he had a problem. See, so you gotta read with the context of what Apostle Paul is saying to help them brothers with their questions. You know? Oh, and we said long hair. It was a custom of the Spartans. First Maccabees.
Got it right here. Yep.
It was a custom. You know that the Spartans are Israelites, right? Perfect. So, do y'all know that the Spartans was Israelites? Now, it was a custom amongst the Spartans and Greek culture that long hair was a form of like honor, warrior, and masculinity. So they would braid it, they would plait it, and that's why Paul had to say, we don't got a custom like that. He had to let them know, you're still holding on to a Greek custom. Like when Apostle Paul said, working out profiteth a little, he could have been sending that to brothers that was kind of ODing on the level of working out too much. So they need to be like, relax, it's good, bro. You got a six-pack, cool. But don't look at that as your main focus while seeking Yahweh Shai. See, when you get into the context of these letters, they're extremely edifying because they apply to us. All right? You got that First Maccabees 12?
Yeah.
21?
This is First Maccabees 12 and verse 20. It says, Arius, king of the Lacedaemonians, to Onias the high priest, greeting.
Now, Lacedaemonia is a region in, or what they would call Spartan. But the Spartans called themselves Spartans, but the other people around called them Lacedaemonians.
Right.
Okay? Spartan is south of Greece, which Corinth is north of it. That's why I was talking about Corinth earlier. So if the Corinthians are Israelites, what's that make the Spartans? Watch, read the precept again.
And it reads, verse 21, First Maccabees 12 and 21, it is found in writing that the Lacedaemonians
or the Spartans
and Jews are brethren.
The Spartans and Jews are brethren.
And that they are...
So 300 is our movie.
You're right.
And if you go into timeline, when Sparta was going to war with those Persians, that same timeline, we already were given a decree to go back to Jerusalem to rebuild the temple. But the Spartans didn't know that because they were scattered.
Right.
So if they knew that, they could have left and not have lost to the Persians and came back home and rebuilt with Nehemiah and Ezra and Zerubbabel. But they didn't know that was happening.
Right.
See? Read it one more time.
And it reads, it is found in writing that the Lacedaemonians and Jews are brethren, and that they are of the stock of Abraham.
One more time.
It says, it is found in 1 Maccabees 12 and verse 21.
Yep.
It is found in writing that the Lacedaemonians, aka Spartans,
Thank you.
and Jews, Israelites,
Thank you.
are brethren, family, and that they are of the stock of Abraham.
Now check this out. Last night I was Googling what Spartans look like. Now,
Right.
now check this out. Tell me, what does that look like?
A so-called Negro.
That's a sculpted stoned depiction of a Spartan, and their question is, were the ancient Spartans blonde?
They're like,
Nigga,
what
do you
this?
see?
Right.
This just Jermaine or something.
Right. That's come on,
This
man.
look like a bonnet boy. Look, let me keep going. Look at that. Tell me that look like somebody's uncle from the 80s still trying to get it.
Yeah.
Look, he don't want to let the hair go. But Spartan is in southern Greece where Corinthian is. Long
Right.
hair, don't care, not of our custom.
Right. That's why the Apostle Paul wrote letters about that. That's not for men.
Now it's just for men.
Right.
Look at this. And they're wearing fringes. Look at this. Look at they're wearing fringes. Let me see. Let me get it together. They're wearing fringes. See it? He's wearing fringes.
Right.
Man, this looks like an NFL Jake, man.
Yeah.
It's like a Jake with a helmet on for the Texans.
He got braids.
Talking about, I only fear God, homie.
Right.
Look, it says, now this is what they said. You can see that the ends of the hair are depicted as being straight as you get at the end of a braid. The adult male has cornrows.
Come on, man.
Also, the way the edges are depicted as wavy strongly suggests plaits to me. So even a historian is saying those are plaits, bro.
Right. What nation of men, people, are known to have waves and cornrows?
And then
That plain.
if you were in modern day Sparta, it would take you 1 hour 44 minutes to get to modern day Corinth.
That's spiritual.
Now, let's go to Corinthians. I know you got Ephesians. Can you get that at Corinthians where in verse 10, your fathers under the same cloud?
Gotcha, yep, got
Now
it,
let's
gotcha.
find out, why is Apostle Paul telling these individuals in a city of Greece called Corinth that their fathers were under the same cloud as his father, but he said that he is an Israelite, the tribe of Benjamin? Someone ding, 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 because they're Israelites too.
Right.
So what I would call this is unrefutable, because in Deuteronomy 28 and 45 to 47, it says that these curses would be a sign. When you go into that word sign, it means evidence. So we are given evidence in front of this court ruling or judge and stating why we are proclaiming this. Now you, Edomites, got the burden of proof. Nigga, you got that, brother?
Yep. 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea.
And when was that?
In ancient Egypt.
When we got delivered out of ancient Egypt.
Right. That cloud being that chariot,
Yep.
and all passed through the sea, being that deliverance through through the Red Sea, which was a
Gulf of
different-
Suez.
Gulf of Suez, the water. Verse 2, and were all baptized unto Moses.
Wait a minute. How did the Corinthians get baptized under Moses?
Right.
This is what you call spiritually kicking them when they're down.
Yeah.
We're gonna transition,
Right.
probably getting some prophecy, but we can't help feeling the fuel of inspiration of the Holy Spirit to go into this.
Right.
This may seem common knowledge for you brothers and sisters, but this to the world is not common knowledge. That's why it says, wisdom crieth within the streets.
Right.
You want to know who you are, black man? Come to the streets. If the Lord is allowing you to.
Yeah. Come outside, man.
Yeah, get off the porch.
And it reads, and were all baptized unto Moses.
And see, all these people are super low level and ass. So this knowledge doesn't seem it doesn't seem fruitful to them.
Right.
Because they got the office, you know, they got the boy toy, they got the car.
They got the constellation.
Thank you. They got some likes on social media. So basically what our people are saying is they don't need the Lord.
They got a little bit of money.
Yep. They got a couple back tats, some women, some bad bitch.
Right. Got some dreads.
Yeah, the water.
You know.
Yep.
Got the Hellcat BMWs.
Denzel made it to Gladiator 2. We made it. We're good now. We're waiting for R. Kelly to come home. Yeah, that's all Jake got here, bro.
Man.
That's all you got. Yeah.
Now he can be a preacher.
Right. But that's why Apostle Paul said the Most High didn't choose he chose the weak of this world.
Yeah.
He didn't choose the mighty.
Right.
So if Denzel was out here, these streets would be flooded and filled.
Yep.
But that's how I don't want you. You know, I want those that are seeking me.
Right.
Just like for brothers, you know, like, hey, you could go up and, hey, what up, shorty? Hey, the spirit I'm in, you come to me. I'm on a mission. I'm following the Lord. I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing to riz you.
Exactly.
A woman, if she want you, she'll come to you. But that's how you know, oh, okay, I know what you're here for.
Exactly.
So that's like the Lord, y'all coming up because you want to be here. You know?
That's right.
I bagged her.
Right. If she don't like you, waste your time.
Yeah.
Waste your
The
fucking
Lord
time.
didn't send her.
Yeah, exactly.
Man's goings are of the Lord. All that whole just stopping what you're doing, that spirit's gone. Going into how to handle women, that shit is over. We're about to go to this place about to go to world war.
Literally.
And Jake is mastering communicational skills with a lesser being.
Yeah.
In the mind. Let's keep it 1,000, right?
Yeah.
Even the woman they call elder, she said our women at most grow to 14 in the mind.
In the mind.
No diss. We the adults. I got you, baby. We'll handle it. I'll tell you what to cook for dinner. You don't got to think all of that.
Right.
I know it's too much.
Yeah, but that's
we
why,
got it.
But that's why the Most High set up that divine order. The man, Yahweh Shai, the man, woman, child.
But then when you have men that are feeding this vain, doorway, it gets vexing because things are changing now. We're not in the game, the coolest, the lady man. That's all out.
Yeah, man.
It's a different time we're in. And not every Israelite is conveying that message to their people.
Yeah. You got Trump about to get in office. He not playing.
And they said on the 20th, he's going to have to deal with multiple mutations.
Come on, right. Come on, man. So back in 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 2, and it reads, and we're all baptized unto Moses and the cloud and sea.
And the cloud is a chariot.
That's right.
The cloud is what they call a UFO. Or in world, they call them Foo Fighters. They're real. Okay? And yes, he has the ability to create reflections in the sky. They've called it or coined it Project Bluebeam. Okay? He has the ability to showcase figments of your imagination in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
Holograms, drones. This is why you have to be locked in the spirit to know if it's the Lord or if it's lies.
That's right. And it reads,
Esau, the Lord of lies.
That's right. That's right. And verse 3, and did eat all the same spiritual meat.
How could Corinthians eat manna in the wilderness and they're all the way in Greece?
That's the people. That's the Israelites coming. That's them coming back. But now this time, they're in a different predicament. They're just scattered, not knowing who they are.
Yep. And nobody cares about truth's sake.
Right.
Nobody's actually standing up like they would if their team lost by 3 and you knew it was a false call.
Right.
They ain't acting like LeBron when he got fouled and he missed a layup.
Right.
Niggas get flexible with vanity, bro.
Right.
There's like a spirit. Their knees don't hurt anymore.
Right.
They're jumping up. They don't care about the TV. But who would rise up for me against the evildoers?
That's Right.
Let's get 1 Corinthians is it 1 and 20?
About the despised of the world?
Yeah, like
I'm like starting like 18.
okay. Can you snag that? I know you're holding Ephesians, but I feel the point's being made. If you want to finish Corinthians,
See here, 1 Corinthians. Yeah, start bro like
25.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
You know what? No, we got to start at 20, because then we got to get on that weak ass Greek vain philosophy too that Jake's still into.
Yeah. Won't get that right now.
Yeah. Finish Corinthians.
Okay. Back in 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 4, and did all drink the same spiritual drink?
And that was what? I'm gonna ask Katzaba. Well, read this again for him.
Yes. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them.
What's that talking about?
Yes. 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 4, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them.
What's that spiritual rock?
Yahusha.
Yep.
That's right.
Now where was that rock located when they drank out of it? Do you remember? Do any of you brothers know? Where was the location of that rock that Moses split and the water came out of?
Okay. Yep.
Do you know? It's
Horeb.
okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's fine. Horeb. The rock of Horeb. So Moses split that because Jake was murmuring, and then Apostle Paul's now telling the Israelites that are in Corinth that this is what we drank of. That was all symbolic of who you have faith in now.
Right.
Stop fretting about being accepted in Jerusalem. We're not worried that IUIC don't accept us and ask us where our fringe is at. We're not worried about that, bro.
Right. And just to finish
Look,
off.
hold on. Look, there you go.
Right.
Okay? Now what?
Right.
Now what? What's next now?
All right.
You get to a point with them and their teaching, it's like, okay, after the law, now what though? Like, what now? But you got a lot of bad fish that ain't hungry for the bait of Yahweh Shai.
Right.
You know? Thank you, brother. The split rock of Moses, also known as the split rock of Horeb, is located in northwest Saudi Arabia in the base of something known as Mount Sinai, which Mount Sinai, as our elders have told us now, is a large chariot. Because remember when Esdras saw Yahushua come back, he said he graved a great mountain.
Yeah, yep.
That's why the Lord said, don't nobody touch it. How could you touch a mountain and die?
Yeah.
See?
Oh yeah, I heard him say that
Yeah.
too. Yeah, that was bro.
We getting hot and cold out
It was
here.
amazing.
Keep going.
And it reads, 1 Corinthians 10:4, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Yahushua HaMashiach.
Perfect. So now let's go to 1 Corinthians.
1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 20. It reads, where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world?
Right, like Apostle Paul back in this time, it's like us now, with all this BS we've heard for all these years, now with us reading and getting the understanding, now we're looking at them like, what the hell are you talking about?
Right.
Diane and her 3 books about Genesis 5, you know?
Right.
These weird ass, and they begin to pass. You go into Barnes & Noble if you want to get a new Bible, and you'll see more books about the Bible than the Bible.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and she got the male suit on with the shoulder pad. Like, who is this?
Right,
$26.99, but it comes with a pink bookmark.
Come on, man.
That shit's gonna
Corny.
burn. We're around nothing but lies.
Yeah.
You're around nothing but lies. Food is a lie. People are a lie. Men, women, they all lie. Children will lie to you. Teachers will lie to you, man. Police, you can't trust none of these people.
That's right. And it reads, have not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world?
You can't trust everybody that opens up the Bible.
Hell no.
You can't trust everybody on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can't trust everybody that's got a smile on their face.
Yeah.
Of course, if you're a demon, you're going to speak soft and entertain.
Right.
You know, you good, brother.
Yep.
Keep going.
And it reads.
That's why it says a wicked man to a wicked woman. Because
Right.
a wicked man knows how to gas up a wicked ass woman just to pop.
Yeah.
It's overrated. 20 minutes of what? The world's still ending. You know? Damn, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Please, let's get into reality here.
Everything's fucking vanity here.
Russia's on the way. Iran's in the picture.
Yeah.
Amalek's gonna draw this place out. They gonna send niggas to war, man.
Yeah.
You know?
The MOTB is on the way.
Yep.
The market, excuse me. You know, the RFID hip.
Yep.
This is gonna be the new currency, man.
Yep.
You know, and that whole jump shot was a prelude to what's to come.
Yep. With a psyop, with a sprinkle of a psyop
Yeah.
on top of it
You
to
know?
see how many people will conform.
And people, even today, they kill it with money.
Yep.
So how much more when that becomes the new mandatory currency?
Yep.
It's gonna get effing bad out here.
And then when you sprinkle a little pestilence with that and a fear factor on top of it, you're gonna see a whole dynamic of these people shift and how they react to society.
That's right.
Are you scared?
Well,
You should be. It's Jacob's trouble.
Right, exactly.
But he said, remember scare tactics?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you go back and watch that, that was really a psyop.
Yeah.
To see what they could get away with. When you look at certain TV shows that are like reality, what they're seeing is the reaction of the public
Right.
pertaining to what they have, they packaged for
Yeah.
you. You know?
That's why they call it a live exercise.
Yes. The Boston situation, live exercise. 9/11, live exercise. The day 9/11 happened, there was actually a military exercise taking place. So
Man.
get ready for another double F here in Babylon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The whole time
It was an inside job.
Wow.
It was an inside job.
That's crazy.
There was never no planes that hit the building.
Yeah.
It was an inside job.
They said that too.
Yep. And the day before that happened, the owner of that building, he was a so-called Jew. He took out a insurance policy, I think a day or a week before that happened, an insurance policy if there was ever a T attack, a terrorist attack, and because there was two buildings, he got two payouts for that. See?
Man.
What you got, brother?
This is Job 9 and verse 24.
Perfect.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Yeah, who named Earth Earth? But you don't question these things. You're just in it. But you know why you don't question? Because he drowned you. He drowns you with bills. He drowns you with this individualness of success of a game that's just rigged. And then he teats this trophy in front of you that comes in many different forms. Women, job, money, success, clothes, fame, fortune, love. When it's all a setup, it's all a trap.
Yeah.
He tells you that, yeah, there's a God, but he looks like me. You
Right.
see? And then any form of truth, it's got to be validated through him.
Right.
But he's the father of lies. So why would he tell you something that would benefit you and to have a leg up in a system that he designed to destroy you?
Right.
You see? Thank you, brother.
Right. And it reads, he covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
So it says the earth was given to the hand of the wicked and he covered the faces. Who would you say is ruling the earth right now? Globally, politically, and economically.
Us?
Well, how? How do we rule the world globally, governmentally? We don't. Who owns world health? Who owns world economic?
That's a good question.
The so-called white man.
That's a good question.
Who's on the dollar bill?
Ah.
Right?
Okay.
60.
Okay.
You're
thank
fine.
you.
You're fine.
Thank you.
It's a free country.
Okay.
64% of the world's countries, they go through the American dollar bill.
That's a whole fact.
That's why, have you heard of the BRICS with Russia? Are you involved in that? So right now you have a new conglomerate of countries that have banded together, which is according to prophecy of Ezekiel 38. This is why they call themselves BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Now those are nations that have band together to denounce the US dollar. Iran is one of the few countries that doesn't have a private bank within it owned by the elites, like the Rothschilds, things of that nature. So their last goal is to occupy Iran like they once did Afghanistan or Iraq. But what that's going to do is usher in the Third World War.
Right.
And in that Third World War, America, what is in the Bible known as Babylon the Great, will be destroyed by nuclear missiles.
That's right.
So this place is going to lose the next world war that's actually coming. It's on the horizon.
It's already there.
It's already here.
You know what? You telling the truth, bro. You know what? I would have stayed right there and listened to you because everything you're saying is true. But I got to go to the library real fast.
It's all good, brother.
If you still here, I'm just gonna come
All right,
back.
brother.
I'm
All
coming
right.
back,
Yep. They call Loya Bashino Shai Bashino Kakudash. What you got?
Well, I got Job still up, but I got the quick preset, Rev.
Yep.
Revelation 11 and verse 14.
Yep.
The second woe was
The
past.
second woe, the woe meaning world woe, world war, and they said that the second war was the most loss of humans in history.
Yeah.
But I would beg to differ because I would say the first death, hence why it's
Right.
called the first
Right,
death,
right.
where only 8 souls were delivered out of what they claim 4 billion.
Right.
So I get what you're saying, but we're the real truthers, so we got to correct
Right.
the father of lies at times.
Right.
So let's read that again, please.
Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe was past.
Yep. Which the second woe was between
1935.
yeah, we can look it up.
34.
But no, I wanted to mention Germany.
Oh, excuse me.
Teaming.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Russia was in it. You know, Britain was in it, and Babylon was in it. A few others, they called them Axis powers and allied
Right.
powers.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And they taught that shit in school.
Yeah.
You know, but look now, you know. And it says, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. You know, and even that Jake knew it. You know, but here it is. You got Christians. They don't speak about, you know, these topics, prophecies. They don't speak about prophecies. All they talk about is John 3:16. That's it. You know, and they go back and commit adultery and freak off on little children.
Yep.
You know.
And chill in Bluntville. There's nothing there with Jake. There's no truth there with Jake. But this is what we're realizing because the Lord isn't dealing with him. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's all it is. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Give you there's like the brother said, they're selling you hope.
Yeah.
You know, they selling hope 3 for the dub.
So this is land backing off of Job 9:24. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 6. And now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time.
He being Esau. This is why he has a problem with this truth. This
Right.
is why he has no problem paying people to come up against it in the hope and attempts to defeat it.
Right.
He can't defeat this. You can't defeat what was prophesied not to be defeated.
Right. And it reads, verse 7, for the mystery of iniquity.
He's the mystery. See that? He's the mystery. Oh, like right then, we said who? See, because Jake be thinking things that ain't true, and it's no diss to him, but we asked him, who rules the world governmentally and economically? He said, us. What, nigga? What? Not like that, but what, brother?
Economically, one, hell no.
No, we don't.
Not even at all.
If we did, our women wouldn't be shaking ass for $1.
Right.
You wouldn't have OnlyFans. You wouldn't have Jake in the hood in the ghettos. You wouldn't be having them saying reparation.
Right.
You seen that? There's still a spirit out here. Reparation.
Yeah.
Because they know we still need to be repaired.
Right. But Jake failed to realize that they have a savior.
Yeah.
You know, we got spiritual reparations. You know,
Spiritual repairing.
spiritual repairing. You know, and that's through Yahweh Shai. And it reads, verse 7, for the mystery of iniquity.
Why didn't we ask him if he had fringes on?
Right.
Quick, numbers. Get numbers.
Come on, man. He said, man, going to the library.
Somebody go to the library.
Big, brother.
Yep.
You know?
But see, that's what the gospel's about. That's Paul, the brothers teaching us. We've been sent out. We've been allowed to receive access to this anointing of what the Lord commanded us to do with this precious news
Right.
and information.
Right.
It's not to be beating our people down.
Right.
Because of that, he said, look, he said, if I had more time, he said, I would have stayed.
Yep.
Right.
If y'all was still here,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
But we didn't say, brother, it's high time to wake out of sleep, brother.
Yeah.
Quick, Give me Sirach 5 and 7.
Right.
You making cherry.
Right.
And I see you don't believe in the Lord because you ain't got on fringes. That's how they really be.
Right.
I really be watching them.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, they're really tripping.
Quick, get Proverbs 28 and 1. The
Right.
wicked flee with no man pursues.
Yep.
Like, chilling. You Gentile.
Yahweh Shai said, when I was naked, you visited, or you clothed me. When I was in prison, you visited me.
And
The water, bro.
The water. Back in 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7.
Yeah, you break it down.
Okay, it says, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way, right? So the Most High, he's allowing all these things, that he's allowing Esau to do all these things to fulfill prophecy until Esau's no more, right? Because Esau right now, he's being used for everything, you know, for the RFID CHIP, for World War III, right? Ultimately for Babylon to be thrown down, you know?
I got one for you. This is Proverbs 16 and 4. The Lord has made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Right, even Esau has been created, even though in his puny mind he thinks that he created himself because he's prideful. But no, the Lord put you in a trick bag. You know, he created you to be a dishonorable vessel to bring destruction. That's why he's known as the Red Horse. That's why the world right now is in shambles and in turmoil because of him.
Yeah.
But guess what? It all goes back to Yahweh Shema Shah. He's the director. So this is all being done through the Most High. This is a perfect movie.
I got another one. This is Job 5 and 12.
Oh yeah, perfect.
He, let me see here. Let me get it together now. No, because there's some good stuff. Let's see. Let's start at 9. Job 5 and 9. It says, which doeth great things and unsearchable, marvelous things without number.
Right.
Referring to the Father.
Right, the Most High, the Ancient of Days, you know?
Who giveth rain upon the earth. The days of Noah.
Right.
What's up, brother? The days of Noah when it didn't rain.
Right.
And then Esau's envious said, then I'm going to make it rain too. And then some dumb nigga got bewitched and said, make it rain. Like, you know what I'm saying? So Jake make it rain in the club. Esau make it rain in the world.
Oh my goodness.
You know?
Right, there was, devices,
Don't Jake say that though?
Yeah.
It says, who giveth rain upon the earth and sendeth waters upon the fields, making it flood.
Right.
To set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety.
Right. And that reminds you of when Yahweh Shai said the meek shall inherit the earth.
Yep.
Because right now, we're at a low place. But the scriptures say, before honor, there is humility.
Yep.
So the Lord's going to bring his fame, very, very soon and exalt his people, starting off with the elect.
Yep.
Just like how he exalted Yahweh Shai.
Verse 12, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty.
Right, so the Lord is going to, like how you always say, throw a monkey wrench in Esau's, enterprise.
Yep.
Through Jacob's trouble, through what's the other one?
Controlled opposition.
Thank you, controlled opposition.
War, the nations, pestilence,
yes.
the UFOs.
Yes, all those things is gonna, basically interrupt his plans.
He's not gonna be able to go to his monthly prognosticators.
No.
Witches, warlocks, spirit cookers. He can't call Gay Z to get the spirit cook ingredients. You seen her because he was with her. They was touching foreheads.
Oh yeah.
That chick Maria or whatever.
Yeah.
That witch.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna be able to
conjure up Satan.
Right.
Like the movie The Avengers, the Hulk Bruce Banner trying to bring out the Hulk, and every time he tried to bring out the Hulk, he said no. He didn't want no parts with Thanos.
Nope.
Just like how soon, hey man, Satan, he want a parts with Yahweh Shai. Come on.
Yep.
The most high controls Satan.
Exactly.
And you think that you're gonna, say it's gonna be on your side? No, man.
Your breakdowns ain't gonna come true.
No.
Where Lucifer rebelled. Lucifer just means light bearer. You idiot. It says, verse 12, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty. And that's the crafty, the cunning, that hunter.
Right.
So the crafty has many different agendas that he's planning to implement to fulfill his idea of an order of a world he wants to rule in, and now he calls it new.
Yeah.
I did a lesson earlier titled this Christian song from the 90s knows more than IUIC.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Christian song, they're called like 20 Minutes to Go or Magic Heaven.
Yeah, yeah.
And it says, watch out for 666. It says, it's a computer chip. Yo, yeah. I'm like, yo, that shit hit. So I had to do a quick lesson on it. They was going in on it, you know?
Yeah, exactly, man. And that's and it said, can you read one more time?
Yeah. It says, verse 12, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty.
Right, and also too, I want to mention one thing. That's why you got guys like, because it was a video one of the elders did. You got guys like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. They want to escape planet Earth because they know that shit's about to go down. You know, you got elites building underground bunkers because they know things are about to hit the fan. You know.
Mark Zuckerberg, I guess he caught internet backlash.
Yeah.
Because he's building a secret bunker underneath Hawaii.
Yeah.
But that's Amos.
Yeah, yeah.
Though they dig into hell.
Yep.
You know.
And guess what he said? He said, "Well, it's like a basement." Hell no, a basement? No. He's lying.
That's the epitome of evil, bro. Esau's the epitome of evil. This is Job 5:12. He disappointed that the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Esau's hands are gonna be tied at one point. You know, his hands are gonna be, you know, like he's gonna be in a position of difficulty, a position of straits, as the scriptures say.
Yeah.
What's that? Job 20.
Yeah.
You know, because Esau, like, he thinks that in his mind, he's so blinded by pride. He thinks that he's gonna continue to rule forever. But no, there's a next kingdom that's, you know, for us, for the Israelites, for human civilization. Babylon's not the last stop for us, man.
He's not set up in the spirit to be humble.
Right.
He's not set up to take the low.
Right, at all.
You know? That's why I said they repented not.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Revelation's that 9?
Yeah. They repented not. This is Job 20 and verse 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. So what he's desiring, he's not going to be able to keep or hold on to. He looks at this New World Order like Jake look at a video vixen. I just need to get my hands on that ass.
Right.
He ain't going to be able to fully get his hands on it.
Right.
You know?
It's like how the movies, every time they show the antagonist, it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like before you touch the red button to like blow everything up. It like you touch the button, but don't happen. It's gonna be like that.
Yep.
You know, in a sense, in that analogy. You know.
So we're just waiting to see the right scenario. That if you go to Matthew 24, Yahweh Shai talked about pestilence and famine, and then you got this whole 2030 thing where they want to end basically what Yahweh Shai said would be a sign. So how are they going to end what are signs of his return? By bringing in this savior that it's going to fix what was prophesied to show he's on his way.
Like the movie Paychecks.
Exactly.
Ben Affleck.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
They found out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that movie Paychecks is Esau basically, he hired someone to create a time machine, and they found out in this time machine that they lost their rulership by pestilence, war, and famine. So then what they did was they said, well, let's control it, and then they created war, pestilence, and famine, and they ended up fulfilling prophecy.
Damn.
You know?
Is that not a trap?
Yeah.
Damn. That's a chess move.
Yeah.
And that's literally what's happening right now.
Right.
That's what the Lord is doing to Esau right now.
Yep. So it says, this is Job 20 and 21. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
Right. He shall be in a position of difficulty.
Yep.
When he is about to, try to fully, bask in his glory of his NWO, then shit's gonna hit the fan.
Yeah.
Complete turmoil in society. Order of chaos.
Fighting back.
Yeah, fighting back. That's why it says the hand of the
It's the next one.
Yeah.
It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Now, question for you, Kradazaba. When it says wicked in this particular verse, what does that word mean? Now is that referring to Esau, like wicked, wicked people, right? Or is that referring to something else?
Job 5 and 22.
Job 5 and 22.
And what do you brothers say in the comment board? What does the word wicked mean in Job 20 and 22, referring to the hands of the wicked shall be upon him, him being the power structure of Esau in society?
Right.
Because I would precept that.
So Job 5 and 22.
I'm sorry, Job 20 and 22.
Yeah. Oh,
That's my fault.
Yeah.
Everybody looking at us and smiling today. That's good.
Oh, hold up. Don't look it up yet.
We wanted to know if you knew.
Yeah, do you know it?
Oh, do I know?
Yeah.
Oh. What's the precept?
I'm going to read it again.
Yeah, read again.
Job 20 and 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. So who's going to be in straits?
You know it.
That's talking about Esau.
Yep.
Yep.
So who's the hand of the wicked that's going to come upon him?
The hand of the wicked,
Yep.
the other nations.
Nope.
No.
It means the working class.
Yep.
The hand of the laborers.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Like what they call them, blue collar.
Blue collar.
You guys gonna turn on me.
Yeah.
The people.
The working people.
Right. Yep.
Literally the working people. If you go into the word wicked,
Now you can go.
it goes
Yep.
into the hand of the laborer.
Right. Yep.
So you got like the dock workers.
Exactly.
That's why strikes are at an all-time high. That's an omen because they're getting ready to strike back.
That's right. And then, and then on top of that, that's why what's that scripture like? Scriptures like it's Isaiah or Ecclesiastes says the grind shall cease.
Yep.
Like you have people getting laid off.
Yep, by the corporate.
Right, by corporate, because now they can bring in autonomous, machines and shit.
That was the whole dock strike. That was the whole strike at the docks that
Yeah.
took place.
So people are gonna, overthrow, Esau and shit because they're pissed off about their living conditions. Not getting paid enough. Like the old saying goes, drastic times call for drastic measures.
Yep. And the average Babylonian or American is really paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
And they're all subject to payments, bills, credit scores, and then the teats on the side. So these people are feeling it. 40 million of Americans don't know where their next meal is coming from, and they work full-time jobs.
Yeah.
See, we're the ones saying they're the ones going through it, though. But the Bible let us know, and then we point out the enemy, but now we're the enemy, or we're liars, or we're the cult to be aware of. Beware.
Right. Beware of us.
But don't be aware of Esau.
Right.
Don't be aware of the man with the gun. The man that's got bloody fingers.
Right.
I was reading this fun fact, man. This dude, Esau, during the Vietnam War, he killed like either 200,000 or 2 million Vietnam citizens, bro.
Damn, bro.
Dropping shit on them. But we're the problem. Anybody that's coming up against this truth is a fucking demon, man. Because Esau's got all this evil. He's got so much evil that y'all don't even got time to be talking about us yet. If you was going in on him, you wouldn't even have time. Like, you still got to cover what he's doing. And then you'll find out, no, we ain't evil.
Right.
got some?
Isaiah 5 and 20. That's why it says, woe to them that call evil good and good evil.
And all these people are lying to themselves.
No.
All you couples are fucking one drink argument away from breaking up, 1-2 paychecks away from losing it.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a work husband, you're tired. You're all fucking lying to yourselves, man. You're bending over backwards for nothing. You got children that hate you. You got a school system that's set up against you. And if you get mad at Jamal and call him the N-word, they'll cancel you. These people ain't got much left, bro. This society's closing in on the people. The people can see it and feel it. And then they still gotta work every day.
Yeah.
You got people dying to get a job, and then they gotta wait an extra week just to get paid.
Right.
So now their rent or their bills are piling up. Then they came and explained why they were late on their bills, and then you had a late fee.
Yeah.
And then everybody's just supposed to sit around and be happy.
Then on top of that, now everything is done through AI, through technology. So now you can't even talk to a person
Nope.
to get your problems fixed.
And then you're frustrated. But we're supposed to love this place.
And that's why the hands of the wicked, aka the labor, is going to be upon
Oh
Esau.
yeah. Those construction workers.
Yes.
Those migrants.
Yeah.
Those illegal workers.
Yes.
Oh, they're gonna get fucking busy, man. Second Esdras, it said the course of their actions
Oh yeah, let me get that real
will
quick.
stand in their power.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna see people with old Tim boots, construction denim jeans, callous knuckles and biting lips.
Right, hell yeah. Hell
Hitting them with a yellow hat and the hammer to boot. Watch, man. He's drawing these people to order out of chaos, but it's gonna get so chaotic, he's not gonna be able to control the order within it.
Right. Yeah, man. This is Second Esdras.
So he's sabotaging to bring this in.
Yeah.
But what you don't know is he's sabotaging himself.
Right.
That's what he does. He does things to slowly let it happen.
Right.
But what's going to happen is he dug this pit and he's waiting to watch it, people fall in, but he's dug it so deep and big that he's falling in himself.
Right. Exactly.
This is he.
Right. And that's why, it's like scripture, it says that he's in debt.
Yeah. Thick clay.
Thick clay. You know, this nigga's in debt. That's why he's making more money to keep up with, you know, to keep up with that debt. You know, but it's just making it worse. That's why inflation goes up, prices go up. You know, that's why the taxes go up.
Trump ain't gonna fix it.
Hell no.
Trump ain't gonna fix it. Oh, you know how the elders say, which we believe as well, that Donald Trump is Nero?
Yeah.
So, in the first movie, Home Alone, remember how he used to kept getting pizza?
Yeah.
The pizza company was called, what was it called? Little Nero's.
Oh, yeah.
And then in Home Alone 2, when he gets lost in New York City, he meets
Wow.
who? Trump
Wow,
at the
yeah.
Trump Tower Hotel.
Damn. Right on Christmas.
Yeah. Christmas.
So this is Second Esdras 15 and verse 12. I'm gonna start at 12.
Okay.
Shit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start at verse 11. But, damn, 10. Second Esdras 15 verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
Yeah, 2/3 are still the Lord's people. And that slaughter, you're going to see that taking place through that mass hipping,
Yeah,
you know?
for real.
This shit's going to change everything.
Yeah, man.
You may be an Israelite today, but are you going to still have the faith as an Israelite tomorrow?
Yeah,
You got to understand that. You got to be checking yourself right now, you know?
right.
You got to be checking yourself right now. Are you ready to see this?
Yeah,
Children, women, babies, bodies, you ready to see that?
man.
Hear that? Smell that? Understand it? Know it? That's why you want smooth things. You want the you want to avoid it instead of just dealing with it.
Yeah,
It's best to deal with that shit. That's what I do with work. I get all the hard shit out the way, so then I could just coast. I tackle what's the biggest shit in here? I'll get that then. And then now the rest of it's easier because I already got the hard part out the way.
right. Yep. And it reads, I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with the plagues as before.
Now, like that Jake said, he said war already begun, and that's true. War has already begun. This is how world wars take place. Certain countries have issues with others, and then other countries get involved, either to be allied or against.
Yeah. Right. And it says, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it.
Good.
And that proves that this is Egypt all over again. You know, this shit about to get hit with many plagues. Pestilence, cannibalism, nuclear missiles, you know, what else?
In ancient Egypt, we were given the old covenant in its fullness when we were delivered. Now, why do I say in the fullness of it? Because it was already promised to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob.
Right.
But the fullness of that covenant with his sons was until we got delivered. And Moses was used to deliver us that covenant to us in that Egypt. Now Yahweh Shai was used to deliver us the new covenant in this Egypt. Even though he fulfilled his end in the time of Rome, but we now have been given that information in this Egypt today.
Right.
But the fullness of that new covenant we will not be immersed in it until we get delivered out of here.
Right.
You know?
That's right.
Just like the old, just like the new.
That's right.
Keep going.
And it reads,
Thank you, brother.
God
You
bless.
too.
Yep, shalom. And it reads, verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn.
Farmers.
Right.
Farmageddon is what they call it.
Yep.
You got gates of hell monopolizing a lot of land.
Yeah, he's buying all the farms.
I heard China too. I gotta look into that.
Okay.
But
China
he's
too.
buying them. All them chicken factories
Yeah.
mysteriously catching on fire.
Yes. Why is that? What's going on with that?
Yep.
You know?
Sabotaging.
Come on, man. A controlled famine.
Thank you. He's
Come on,
controlling
man.
it. Look around at your local stores. Look where you go buy food. And you can't have conversations like this with a woman.
That's
you know?
crazy.
But when you look around at where you buy food, think about where do you normally go? Like Walmart or Wegmans? Okay, so you got a Walmart here, a Wegmans there.
Right.
But how easy for them to be shut down? What would you do then?
Right.
Where would you go really to get food? Where would be the next place? And then you got the trucking industry is dwindling.
Yeah.
The people that bring in the food.
Right. Exactly.
It would be so chaotic. I'd probably just take my ass home.
Exactly.
I wouldn't even want to go out like that.
No.
Because it's like, if you look at the way things are set up, it's going to be chaos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because in Upper Falls, it's like only two supermarkets.
See?
Yep. Tops and what else? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And Walmart.
Yeah. Yep.
There's another one in Atlanta, but it's like you're only giving people a select few
Yep.
places
Yep.
to go to.
Yep.
It's going to be chaos.
Yep.
Thank you.
Mhm.
It's going to be
Chaos.
literally chaos.
Literally.
And they already got the cops set up outside.
Yep.
Yes.
Shoot 'em.
Yep.
Yep.
And then you
Exactly.
had that
They
shooting.
don't even do shit. They
No.
just sit there a lot of
Now, y'all remember that shooting in Buffalo?
Oh yeah.
Where- Now,
Yeah.
the bigger issue was not the shooting, but the fact that the people in that community now have a lack of access to food.
Right.
So
Right.
that's showing you how limited access of food that our people have in where they live.
Yeah.
Just starve us up.
Exactly. Oh, well, Yahushua said, when they put a trench round about you, then
See?
flee ye, you know?
Flee to the mountains.
And you had something you were going to say as well?
Yeah, like remember back in 2020, they were limiting how much food you can get. 2 cans of this, 2 cans of that.
Rationing.
Right, rationing. One pack of water. This, tissue, paper towels.
And guess what that's called? Scarcity.
Woo.
So during World War II, did you know that they rationed food out before? And they called it ration points.
Ration point. That sounds familiar.
They,
They had to get the gas too.
Yeah, ration
yeah,
points.
because supplies and demand wasn't balanced. So just like here, this is an import-export country. If you don't have the truckers importing, then now the price of goods skyrockets.
I experienced something like that similar, like when it was a bad storm and knocked out all the power or something, and people couldn't get gas. The line was so long,
Yeah.
you couldn't even get gas
And
right
that-
away.
Yeah,
So if you was on E, you was stuck on E.
that E.
It's coming from other places to come get gas.
Yep.
Like, they was coming from Jersey all over to come get gas because they was looking for other places that had gas.
See?
Check this out. Ration
Yeah.
points were a system used during World War II to limit the purchase of high demand items like food, shoes, metal, paper, and rubber. The federal government, see, the Fed,
See?
Trump, federal, state government can't do nothing if the federal says I'm doing this.
Right.
Hence why it would lead to a division to the level of civil war, because now state has to separate itself from the federal funding of that government.
Right.
You got to understand these things. That's why they call it United States of America. It says the federal government issued points to each person. So you get a
Oh,
couple
see?
points and you get a couple points. But if you run out of points, now you run out of what you can buy, even though you have the money to do so.
Man.
That's a famine, bro.
That's a famine.
It says the federal government issued points to each person, which had to be turned in along with money to buy goods, along with the mark. The more expensive the items, the more points it costs. See?
Damn, see? That sound like a fucking carnival. That sound like a damn amusement park. You know? Was it more than that? Damn, what the hell was that?
the government issued a number of points to each person, even babies.
Oh, wow. Oh, shit.
Which had to be turned in along with money to purchase goods made with restricted items.
Even babies, that reminds me of Revelation 13.
Yep.
You know, they're gonna get C-hip, old and young, adult, child, man. So if babies had to get, even babies, they got that juicy juice out the womb.
Old and young.
Come on, man.
Let's get a couple more and we're out of here.
This is 2nd Edge 6 going in about to control famines and whatnot.
That was a demon. You smell that now?
Yeah, yeah.
People are weird.
Yeah. 2nd Edge 6 and verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Boom. The sown places, stocked up food, chicken, steak, all that. Yeah. Oh, a good example, you had that Jake woman, she jumped, you seen that? She was fighting people at Chipotle? Yeah. That shit was crazy, bro.
Oh, shit.
She was swinging on them, mushing them, hitting them, so she could get her food.
Yeah.
So how's people gonna react when they don't have access to food and now you or they can only get it, so now y'all gotta fight for it.
And guess what? Let's not forget about the local food spots like the pantries and the public markets. You know, because people, they bring those stuff in from the farms too. So when that shit runs out, it's a wrap.
They're gonna have to go to Esau.
They're gonna have to.
People depend on that.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, a lot of families, you know, in low income,
areas
depend on that.
And you know what's gonna cause more civil war? When they implement FEMA to come in to help those low income families. And what they do is they take the product that other Americans have because they had the smarts to stock up. Federal government's gonna take it from them to give to everybody else. And when they do that, Esau's gonna lose it. You know how many Edomites I know that are stockpiling right now?
Oh, yeah.
And then if FEMA comes in, they're not gonna allow them to take that.
See?
But look it up. FEMA's allowed to take from other citizens to provide for the community.
Oh, see? And watch, wait till that shit hit the suburbs, man. Wait till that shit hit the, it's gonna be a wrap. And it says, excuse me. 2nd Edge 6 and verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places be apparel sown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, right? Because of looting, because of controlled famine. What else? A limited rationing. So all those things is gonna play a part. People are gonna fucking lose it. They're gonna say, man, fuck it, and they're gonna go just ballistic.
So this one said, no, FEMA does not take food. But I gotta keep looking, because this is AI. That's another thing. You gotta be careful what AI gives you. Because AI can give you information, but not everything can be valid, because you could find something else that says, nah, it does say that they're allowed to do that here, but AI may not give that information to you. So that's why you gotta be careful within that, because that's how the famine of the word is gonna come. You got all this information about the mark being this, but AI could tell you, no, it just means that.
Right.
See?
Exactly.
Because I was looking this up. I seen somewhere.
I remember.
Yeah, I was like, yo, FEMA could take your food? Because you got a movie called, Gray State Jones with Matthew McConaughey. Loans, something.
Free State.
Thank you, Free State Jones. Thank you. Yeah. But in the movie, it's a true story how the military was going around taking supplies from people. The military to this day can occupy your home.
Yes.
That's why there's certain amendments to protect you from that.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's wrap it up.
And it reads back in 2nd Edge 15 and verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hell, and with the fearful constellation.
Yeah, a lot of those farmers, they catch a lot of hell because their harvest is their livelihood.
It's their income.
So it's like, if it don't grow, we're through.
Yeah.
They've been living good. Them Edomite farmers, and then they be blackballing Jake farmers.
I believe it.
But just a second, brother. The farmers that deal with the contracts with corporations, some of those men have killed themselves.
Oh, damn.
Because they can't keep up with what they have been in league with.
Wow.
Yeah, if you look into it, we're gonna say, brother.
Domain.
What is it?
Eminent domain.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Where the government can seize your property.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank
Without your
you.
consent.
See?
Damn.
See? We had a war.
Yeah,
And that's on a
seize
small.
your property.
See?
Damn.
So these people about to be hurt.
See?
They're not going to be able to
Yeah.
and think you're going to be. No, you're going to. So you got supplies. We're coming after
See,
you.
that Constitution, that Bill of Rights, that shit don't mean nothing.
No.
No, that shit means nothing no more.
Nope.
Esau is gonna fully override that shit
Yep.
once the shit hits the fan.
I believe one state of emergency can do that.
And it reads back in 2 Ezra 15 and verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Complete anarchy, rebellion. Isaiah 19.
For there shall be sedition among men,
meaning telling others to rise up against others.
right,
Keep going.
and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
So we can end it off on there. So that's where we're at right now, is waiting and watching for the right scenario to play out that will lead to a chain reaction of the general public of people here in Babylon. This is why you're seeing more uproars, all right? More things are happening, and the right push is just gonna see everything flood. So we're all waiting. We're all watching and waiting. So we're gonna end it there. Adon Ratazah, you brothers and few sincere sisters was edified through the Spirit as we were. And we just want to say, call halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachak. Double honors to our elders and apostles, a great millstone that do good well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, Shalom.